just
Hi, welcome everybody to Brooke's Pampered Chef Party. My name is Kristin, and I am thrilled to have Brooke and her mom here, and I have met both of them. I mean, I know Brooke very well from being on my team, but I remember meeting Brooke's mom a while ago as well. So anyway, so those of you that are watching in the replay, if you guys have any questions as we go along, just drop them in the comments or text me, and I'd be more than happy to clarify anything or, answer any questions for you. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to be just kind of like an old school demo, like if if we were at Brooke's house having a party together, except we all get to, be in the comfort of our own home. For Brooke and Sandy, this is very informal. If you have questions, just blurt them out. I kind of get into what I'm doing and I don't see the screen. So don't just wave at me to say something, just blurt it out and that's fine. And I'm easily interruptible. I can answer questions. And then of course, at the end, if there's anything that you guys are curious about, I don't know if you've had a chance to look through the catalog or anything, but if there's any tools you're like, I wonder how that works or whatever, I literally have everything within, arm's reach here in my kitchen, and I can pull something out and show you and give a quick little demo if you would like. So anyway, so with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're making pizza tonight, and I know pizza is not that unusual, and I'm actually just kind of making a garbage pizza. I'm not really following a recipe. But what I do want to show you is a fun, different way to make pizza. And that is going to be using the Deluxe Electric Grill and Griddle. So, Brooke, do you have this in your kitchen? I don't know if it
no.
came out when you were still a consultant or if you got your hands on it.
I just don't have it. It
Okay,
was
but you
there, but
have
I
seen it
just
or you're aware of it?
yes.
Okay, so for those of you that might be watching the recording, you might not be aware that Pampered Chef has electrics now. So Brooke, did you get your hands on any of them while you were a consultant?
Yeah, I have the quick cooker.
Oh, wonderful. Good, good.
And I swore that was going to be my last small appliance, but I might get the air fryer.
Okay. So, and I wish I'd know that. I could have done an air fryer demo for you tonight, but I'm
It's
sure
okay.
you have
I
seen
want to
about
see
it.
the
So.
Rapid Prep Mandoline anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, so Pampered Chef does have electric, so the air fryer, as Brooke is talking about, as mentioned. And let me get this. I'm going to get the grill heating up here. Oops. Start again here. Hold on. Oops. I can't talk and do at the same time. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So what is your interest in the air fryer? What do you see yourselves using it for?
Wings.
They're delicious.
And things that the kids might cook when we're not around.
Well, that's perfect. So,
like that. Yeah.
So when you get your air fryer or when you get any electric, they all come with a user guide, and there's a recipe for wings with the air fryer cooking guide that is so good. They come out so crispy. And I hate like soggy wings, like they got to be crispy, and that recipe is super good. So anyway, yeah, so the air fryer is great. It's just a mini oven. It's really easy for kids to use, and you'll get a lot of use out of it. I'm going to be showing you the grill griddle tonight. There's also a cooking blender. There's also a stand mixer. I'm drawing a blank now on, and then we have what's called a multi-cooker, which is a pressure cooker, slow cooker, and sous vide cooker all in one. So anyway, so if you're not familiar with those, Pampered Chef has them. I have a couple little demos in the party in the little colorful tabs on the homepage, so you can get some information on that or just ask. So Brooke, I don't know if you saw, they are on sale for you this month. The electrics are 60% off for hosts. So if you do want the air fryer, this is a good time to get it. So anyway, so with that, but I do want to tell you a little bit about the grill griddle, just because it is a fun tool to have in your kitchen. It comes with, I don't know if you can see well enough from the camera angle, but I have grill plates in here. So they've got ridges on them. So this would be like cooking on your outdoor grill. So you can do your burgers, you can do steaks, chicken, chops. We're going to actually grill the pizza. So just like having a grilled pizza outside, we're going to do it inside, the convenience of being inside. But it also comes with griddle plates, which are your flat plates. So that would be, think about breakfast. You can do, pancakes and French toast and things like that. You can use this. I'm not going to do it because it's heating, but there's a button here on the side where you can open this up. So you have two cooking surfaces. So for breakfast, that's what I do a lot of times, bacon on one side with the grill plate, and then I'll do pancakes or French toast or something on the griddle side. So you can do that. And then it also comes with, but they're sold as an accessory, waffle plates. So this has a whole bunch of different possibilities. But so like I said, I use it a lot for breakfast with just having that increased capacity of kind of having two cooking surfaces and being able to do two different things. But I also like it when I'm grilling meats. So like I said, the hamburgers, the chicken breasts, things like that, because it cooks so fast, because you actually have heat coming from the top and the bottom. So think about like when you're grilling burgers outside on a grill, you're only getting heat from the bottom and then you have to flip them, right? With this, you put them in here and you close it and you get heat coming from the top and the bottom, and they cook in like half the time. And chicken breasts are like my favorite thing. They just come out really juicy and they cook literally like in 2 or 3 minutes because I slice them nice and thin, and then they cook so fast. So that's kind of all the different things it does. You can do panini sandwiches with it. You can do stir fry like a hibachi kind of thing where you have like on your griddle plates, you can do like hibachi cooking with it. So it's really one of those tools that I do find I use kind of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've got this heating up right now. We're going to put the pizza dough, and I'm just using Pillsbury thin pizza crust. We're going to put that in there. It's going to take about 2 minutes to grill that, to cook that. And then we're going to put all of our toppings on there. And then it also has a mode which is called hover, where you can lock it, like instead of having it close on top of the food, it's going to hover above it. Because of course, when I got cheese and everything on the pizza, I don't want that top heating plate on the food, but I want it to be really, really close to melt the cheese and everything. So it has, so that's
cool.
how we're going to finish off the pizza. So just kind of a fun, different way to make pizza. And I think this is a fun thing too, you know, Brooke, with your kids, like they could kind of make their own and have fun with, you know, all the different toppings. And it doesn't make like a real big pizza. So it's kind of like a snack size pizza, if you will. So anyway,
Kristin, do the plates all just come off so you can
yes,
wash the
they do.
plates
So there's a
separately?
button here on the side. And again, let me move the camera just a little bit closer so you can see. Okay, so whoops. Sorry if I'm making you drunk. Okay, so here is the unit. And then on the side, see this button right here? Let me get my finger in the right place. You push that button and that releases the plate, and then the plates come out, and that's just, you just pop the button, the plate comes out. They're actually dishwasher safe. I hand wash mine because they're like a non-stick, so they really don't, they're not hard to clean. So I just hand wash them, but you can pop them in the dishwasher. So super easy to interchange the plates and clean. So okay, now it's preheating right now. It'll tell you when it's done. It'll say add, and that tells you to go ahead and put your food in. I tend to be impatient and I don't wait for that add button. I just like, it's kind of hot. Like I said, I kind of put, I was like, yeah, you can see the steam coming out there. It's nice and hot. So I'm going to just go ahead and take our pizza crust and I'm going to throw it in there. It's hot enough right now. And then I just kind of spread out the pizza just to cover the whole plate. And we're going to close that. Whoops. Try to get everything in, because it won't cook if it's on the outside. And we're going to just let that go. And again, like I said, 2-3 minutes, it's going to cook, going to get your nice grill marks, and then we're going to top it with everything else. So, of course, pizza has to have cheese. Or do you grate your own cheese, Brooke? I'm sure you do. Right? Okay. So, anyway, they have, I don't know if this was since you were a consultant, they have redesigned this. They made this a little bit easier to open. You probably remember the old one had like a little gripper thing here where you had to squeeze, but now it has this little button here that lets it lock into different places. So for storage, for grating, or again, some people like to, like I could open this grill up and I could grate right on top of the pizza, but I tend to use it this way. Now, I have cut myself recently as I'm doing live demos because I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I didn't used to use this food guard, but now I find it really is important and you probably should use it. And especially like kids, if you're having your kids help in the kitchen, you probably definitely want to do that. So anyway, you just put your cheese in here, and then this way, when you're grating, you don't have to worry about cutting your fingers. So like I said, I didn't used to use this, but I one time I was doing a live like this and I cut myself really bad, and thank goodness my husband was in the other room because he literally had to go get Band-Aids for me because that's like I could not have finished. So, anyway, so there's that. And this all goes in the dishwasher for easy cleaning. But I just love, I mean, you know this, if you're grating your own cheese, it just is just yummy. It melts better. It tastes better. Everything is just better about it. Okay, let me move this aside and let's take a peek. Oh, look at that. Can you see that from there? Let me pull this up. Get a hold of this here for you. I don't know. Can you guys see that? Look at that. Nice grill mark. Pretty much done. Nice. And at this point, now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you just some of the versatility of this, is we're going to go ahead and cancel the setting it's on. It was on the grill setting, which is 400 degrees. At this point, I don't really want to cook the bottom anymore. So I'm going to turn the bottom plate down to like 200 degrees, the lowest it goes. But I'm going to turn the top plate up to a higher temperature so that it's going to melt the cheese. So with that, let me go ahead and get that going. And we'll top bottom. So we're going to go as hot as we can, 480 on the top and on the bottom, all the way down. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and just let that set while I get the rest of the vegetables going. Now I do want to show you the Rapid Prep Mandoline. And I don't know, have you seen this or do you own the Rapid Prep Mandoline?
I have it and I got it out because I knew you were going to use it. And
Oh, good.
I've probably had it for 2 years and I've maybe used it 3 or 4 times.
Oh my goodness, I use this
And I love it.
all the
I
time.
just like I use it too infrequently to
Yeah.
have gotten the hang of it.
And you know this too. And
Yeah.
Sandy, you might even know this from, when you've purchased things from Brooke over the years. It's like when you have something new, like set it on your counter or put it like in the front of the cabinet. So like you see it and you're like, oh yes, I should use it. I should give it a try. So Sandy, have you seen the Rapid Prep Mandoline either like at Brooke's house or?
No.
So what's really
Have I,
unique
Brooke?
about it is instead of like most mandolins, you're moving your hand across the blade. With this one, you actually are pumping the blade. And so your fingers are not going across the blade. Of course, you want to use the food chute. Don't ever not use the food chute. And let me make sure my pizza's, I want to just make sure it's not getting too dark as we're going along here. So, and then it also has 24 different settings. And then this might be the part, Brooke, is that kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what setting I need.
Well, maybe it's just mental, like it's a little intimidating, but
Yeah.
I always have to get out my thing and see where do I,
So I'll tell you what I do or what I recommend is the top button, you're going to set for slice. And then the 1 to 8, so that would be like 1 would be shaved, like if you want to do like homemade potato chips or something like that, all the way to 8, which would be about 1/4 of an inch, and then everything in between. That setting here, my pizza's getting done. Hold
I
on.
honestly should just make a little cheat sheet and put it on my refrigerator.
And actually what I've been wanting to do is, and this kind of encourages me to do it, I want to like take a potato and do it on every setting and kind of lay it out and like have like notes so that you can see exactly what's what. But what I recommend is the slicing from 1 to 8, I think is kind of easy. You just kind of play with it and you're like, I want it thicker, thinner, whatever. But then the other settings, which are Julian settings, that's where to me it gets confusing. So what I recommend
And I have used that.
Yeah, there's only 2 that you need. So what you're going to want to do when you get your air fryer, you're going to want to make homemade French fries because that's one of the best things to do in the air fryer. And for that, you're going to want to go to, I don't know if you can see from the camera, the lines here on this setting are further apart. So it's what I call the fat Julian. And then go to the fattest setting, which is 8. There's a little grid mark there. And that is your perfect French fry.
Okay.
So you can do sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, and I even do like carrots and things like that. So like instead of buying baby carrots, I'll run carrots on the French fry setting. And that's just a nice little dipper for, the kids or whatever, for vegetables or whatever. Then the only other setting that I, again, for starters that I would recommend is, oops, hold on. I'm going to have to open this up or I'm going to burn my pizza. Hold on. I got to talking too much. Hold on, let me pull that off till I'm ready to go. And let me change my time here. Okay, then the only other setting you need is the other side, which is skinny Julian. So the lines are closer together there. So if you were to go to skinny Julian and then go to the 4, there's a little, let me see if I can get the light in there right. There's a little grid mark at 4. And then that is the perfect skinny French fry. And that would be like Freddy's fries.
Okay.
So if that kind of gives you a visual. And I find that that's kind of the basics. From there, yes, you can change it, but then it gets, I think, too confusing. So really, to me, just do French fries, and I'll grab a potato before we're done here, and I'll show you those 2 different settings so you can see the difference. And to me, that's all I do. The slice, I do use the full 8 variations based on what I'm doing, But
Yeah.
then the other two, I just use those 2 settings. So just
Okay.
look for the grid marks on the back and then you're going to be good to go. So hopefully with getting this little lesson, it gets it used, because I just don't like to have anybody not use their tools. So anyway, so we're going to turn it back to slice, and I want these to be kind of thin. So I'm going to do a 3 setting, and we're going to do some mushrooms. So I'm not going to be real anal about feeding them in the right way. I just put them in the hopper here. You're going to use your little food guard here so that you're not putting your fingers in there. And then this tray here is your food catcher. It's just going to catch the food as you slice it. And just like that, it's sliced. That was 4 mushrooms. And you can see how they're all perfectly sliced, all the same, and they're going to just cook that much evenly. So we've got mushrooms, and I'm going to leave it on the same setting because I want everything to be the same thickness. We're going to do a couple of peppers. So I'm just going to feed these in the same way. And
Isn't that cool, Mom?
I want to keep them in the right direction.
Yes,
so
I
when they
think
get
I
close to
want
the
one.
blade, I'm going to use the food guard. But here are our peppers. And again, they're all just perfectly sliced. So easy, right?
Yep.
And this would be something your kids would have fun with, because,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like they'll be going like super fast. Food literally will be flying.
Sydney has used it.
Because it's so easy to do in its own. Okay, and then I'm going to take our onion blast and feed. I've got a couple of wedges I'm going to do here. And same thing, you can just see how perfectly sliced those are. So quick and easy. Now that wasn't that much, like you could have gotten a knife out and done it, but it really is fun this way. And I just like how everything then is evenly sliced. So they're all the same size. They're all going to cook really, really well. So anyway, so let me get the pizza cooking, and then while it's cooking, I'll grab a potato and I'll do some different settings for you so you can see everything, okay?
Okay.
So with that, let me get my crust back on here. And, oops, I lost my setting. It went off. Hold on a sec. Let me start all over again. Custom. Oops.
Tyson's laughing. He just made French fries on the stove in the frying
Oh, how
pan.
funny.
But he had to cut them up with a knife and a cutting board.
Yeah, no, he's gonna, oops, I'm gonna just keep that on that hot. He's gonna use your mandolin. He needs to get that mandolin out. Since you have it, that's what he should have done.
It is out.
That's too
Yeah,
fast.
it's out, but I'm using it right now. He can't have it.
Visual.
Okay. Okay, we got this going. Let me add some time to this. Okay, so we're gonna just make pizza. There's nothing fancy about this. I've just got some jarred pizza sauce. I'm gonna just squirt this on here. And again, when you're making it for your family, you make it however you like it. And I don't have a spreader, so I'm just gonna use my knife. I should have gotten my vegetables done first before I made the pizza. Usually I'm not talking when I'm making pizza. And we're going to go ahead and I like to use, I don't know, this is my secret ingredient. I love to use Munster cheese when I make pizza, because that's that cheese that gives it that really like pull, you know, like when you take a bite and it's really stringy. So I have started to add Munster to my pizzas. And so I'm going to do a couple of slices of this, and then I'm going to do, let's see, we're going to go right down the middle. And then we're going to add our mozzarella cheese. Oops, I keep losing my setting on this for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, so there's all of our cheese. We're going to take some pepperoni. I'm going to kind of use whatever's left in here. So what are your favorite pizza toppings? What do your kids like, Brooke, or what do you guys like?
Oh my gosh. Tyson and I like everything, and the kids like nothing.
Oh, I remember those days.
I mean, they're like, we go to Your Pie a lot just because they can stand there and
I
tell 'em
love
what
Your
they
Pie,
want.
yeah.
And they get a little more adventurous there, but when we're at home, they just want cheese or pepperoni.
Well, you can make one cheese pizza for them, and then you can go ahead and then do all the ingredients for yourself. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so I've got that, and then again, we're gonna just take our ingredients. You make it how you like it. So, or half and half, you can do it that way too for the kids. And I'm gonna do mushrooms on half for my husband. I'm not a big mushroom fan. I'm not gonna have them on the other half. But I will put some more of the other vegetables on my half.
But look, you have a whole bucket of vegetables. You could
I
do
know I do.
salad
I
or
could do
stir
even
fry.
more.
So easy.
Okay, and then, like I said, I've lost my settings. Let me try one more time here. Custom setting, top, bottom. I get the going. I just basically want to keep that low, the bottom low. Okay, and then this is what that hover setting is. So you just pop this down and then it goes level. So like even if you had like a really thick sandwich, it wouldn't be at an angle. You could go straight down on it. So that's what I like about this setting. And then we're actually going to set this little stair step over here on the side so that it is really close to the cheese, but it's not touching or the ingredients, because we don't want to be having that heat right on it, but we want it to be heating it. So so we're gonna just kind of let that go for about 10 minutes and probably not even 10 minutes, just enough basically to melt the cheese and maybe cook the vegetables a little bit. And there's your pizza. So quick and easy. Like I said, just kind of a fun way to do it. Let me grab a potato real quick. Okay, so what Tyson should have done for his French fries tonight is, so we're gonna set this for the fat julienne, and then we're gonna do number 8. And let me put my veggies off to the side here.
Good.
Can you
And
do it with the skins on?
pardon me?
Can you do it with the skins on?
I do. You don't have to. You can go either way. And the other thing too is this is tough enough to do sweet potatoes. Like a lot of mandolins and things, they're just too hard and you just cannot do it. And even sweet potatoes work with this. So then I kind of take the potato, you know, again, I kind of keep it up and down because I want to get as long a fry as possible. And that was one potato. Did he see that? And there's your French fry. So that's your fat julienne, that's your French fry, and I use this for the air fryer all the time. Was that faster than you with the knife?
A little bit.
And they're all even, they're all the same, they're all gonna cook alike. Let me see yours.
They're pretty good.
Okay, it's a French fry contest. Okay, so that is your fat julienne. I'm gonna show you the skinny julienne, just so you can get comparison. And like I said, to me, it's kind of like Freddy's French fries. So we're going to do skinny julienne and we're going to go to the 4. And again, both of these have a little grid mark on the back. You could probably look at yours, Brooke, and you'll see that. And I'm just going to do a couple. But here is your skinny French fry. So
I like it.
So if you wanted to do that, and I'll kind of do the 2 side by side.
Tyson goes, we've had that the whole time.
You're like, yes, dear. Okay, so there's your fat julienne, there's your skinny julienne, and this is literally half as wide and half as thick. So the skinny and the fat, that's the wideness. You know, the fat julienne is, you know, I don't know, whatever that is, and this is half as much. And then the 1 through 8 would be how thick it is. Okay, so that's really for the julienne settings. To me, they're very overwhelming because I'm like, that's too many and I don't know what I need to do with it. But to me, that's a good place to start. But then on the slicing, that part's easy. Like I said, I'm going to show you kind of all the different settings. So this is thin. This is the 1. Look at that.
Wow.
So like, and that would be like homemade French fries or potato chips or something. If you wanted to, not, I don't do those in the air fryer. You have to do those in grease, but there's your super duper thin on your potato. And then I'm going to jump to a 3 just so you can see a little thicker. Got a
Yeah.
little thicker, but again, they're all even. Here, I'll lay these out for us. And then I'm going to go to, there we go. I'm going to move to, I don't know, a 6. Here we are, even thicker. You see the difference?
Yeah.
And I don't think I can get all the way to 8, but because I don't have much potato left. But there's your 8. So all the way from 1 to 3 to 6, and then your 8. So
I love it.
yeah. So, and again, it'll do, you know, tomatoes, you know, like if you want to slice up tomatoes for burgers. Now, if it's like a really overgrown, squishy, like real squishy tomato, probably not. But like the Roma tomatoes or a real firm beefsteak,
Yeah.
slice up beautifully. So think about like if you're doing burgers, you could do your slice up your tomatoes, slice up your onions, you know, I mean, just really quick and easy, and everything just comes out very even. So anyway, there's the comparison on the fries too. So does that help some, Brooke?
Yeah. Thank you
Okay,
for doing that.
Get it out.
I'm going to
make
leave
the
it on the
fries.
counter. Mhm. I know. Because I use it, you know, I mean, like we're cutting up vegetables for soup and salads and,
Yeah.
you know, whatever all the time.
I'm gonna get this just a little bit closer, is what I'm trying to do there. So, yeah, and it's like chicken noodle soup. If you're doing like, you know, onions, celery, carrots, it's like, you know, again, take those long carrots and just
Yeah.
go through it super duper fast. So
Yeah.
good. Okay, so this is, you can probably see a little bit of how it's melting. I don't necessarily need to keep you guys on here super long, but let me open this up so you guys can kind of see what's happening. You can see that nice steam. It's all getting all melty. The vegetables are cooking down, but it's not, that heat is not touching the cheese, because then that would be a big old mess if you had that burner right on top of the cheese. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I just, like I said, just wanted to kind of show you a couple tools tonight. Questions either on anything I've shown you or anything else of interest, or anything else that you're curious about?
Do you have any questions, Mom? Did you make a wish list?
No, I haven't seen a catalog in a while,
Mm,
quite a
Do you need
while.
one dropped in the
I
mail
haven't
to
either.
you? Because I'd be happy to send you one.
I have a couple left from the ones that you gave me, Kristen.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can drop one in the mail though too. I didn't know if you guys are going to see each other in the next couple of days or not.
No.
Not the next couple days, but I do need to come down pretty soon.
And
Well,
we have there's no hurry on closing your party. So if you wanted to, you know, keep it open until you guys get together, that Mom can see a catalog, that's fine with me.
Okay.
So,
Well, I can put one in the mail for her tomorrow.
okay. So anyway, good. Yeah. So lots of fun stuff. Are you good with, so again, Brooke admitted she wasn't using this tool. Are there any other tools that you guys have that you're not using that I could help with or give you some suggestions?
No, I think I probably got this around the same time I got the quick cooker, the pressure cooker,
Yeah.
and I committed to the pressure cooker, obviously
Good for
because
you.
it was a bigger expense, and
Right.
we use it a lot.
Good. So what are
don't-
some favorite things to make in that? Because that's another tool that maybe somebody that's listening to the recording, they get a pressure cooker and they're like, oh, I'm scared. What do I do?
Yeah. So when I first got it, I did that salsa chicken.
Oh, I love that one.
You know,
Yes.
the starter recipe that they give you.
Yeah.
And so we do that occasionally and just use it for tacos or
Yeah.
whatever. I also in the winter would do brats. I would throw
Oh.
brats in there. And then when they were done pressure cooking, I could just brown them in the pan real
Yeah.
fast, you know, and we do soup all the time.
Good. Good.
And I have an immersion blender. So, you know, I know we have the cooking blender too. Like I don't, but Pampered Chef does.
Yeah.
But I just do soups in the pressure cooker and then do the immersion blender.
Perfect. Yeah. I say, use the tools you have, you know, and that's it.
Mhm.
And so anyway, well, good. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing, because that's another tool that really can save you a lot of time, but you kind of got to get the feel for it. You got to get the knack of how to, you know, what's going to work and how are you going to do it. So,
Yeah. We've made lobster tails in it, ribs.
ooh, wow. You've
Just-
gotten fancy.
Yeah. We've done just about everything in it. So
Love it. Love it. Well,
except
good.
baking. I haven't done any baking in it.
So do you have the accessories for it? There's the springform pan or the bundt pan.
No, I don't.
So, whoops. It says it's done. I got to add a little bit more time because we're not there yet.
But I have our regular springform and bundt and
Yeah.
everything.
I was gonna say, and
so-
I would probably, again, it's for your family. They're larger. They're like half size if you do them in the pressure
Right.
cooker. So you probably need the full size. And I think I do prefer those things baked versus pressure cooked, but you know,
Yeah.
you can do it if you need it.
yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, I so appreciate you guys joining tonight. I do have a survey if you guys would be willing to fill that out, just to give your input on the live demo, what you thought of it, you know, what we could do to make it better, any of that type of stuff. That goes directly to the home office, so I won't know what you say about me, so you can be mean or nice, whatever you want to do. But if you do have some input, I would welcome it. So, I mean, I really would appreciate if you wanted to reach out. So if you go into the chat is where I have the link. But I can also send it to you guys if that's easier. So Sandy, would that be easier if I just send you the link directly?
Probably.
Okay, I'll do that for you. And then
Okay.
you just have to click the link, and it's like just I don't know, a couple of questions. So just to give your input as to what you thought, because as Brooke knows, but you may not know, this table format where we're partying is new, or I should say newer. I've been actually using it for a couple of years, but we're always evolving and trying to make it better. So we do appreciate everybody's input from, you know, the customer side. And then these live events are something that we're really trying to build up and see how we can make this to make the party experience that much better and make it more personal and, you know, everything else. So again, if you could give some input on that, we would appreciate it.
I think I'll just say one of the things I think is great about it is that, you know, now that orders are being shipped direct, you can have people from all over the country
Right.
join
Yes.
your,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And that's
I
what I
think
said.
that's
It's like,
the
you know,
best part.
most people's network is on, you know, Facebook, where they have like a lot more friends. Like, and again, it's the college friend that you haven't talked to in, you know, 20 years or whatever, but share the link with them, because you never know if they're looking for some Pampered Chef or whatever. And it's just kind of a fun way to connect as well. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay. Well,
good.
thank you so much for the
Absolutely.
demo. And
Thank
thanks for
you,
showing
and
us
happy
the
belated
tools.
birthday, Brooke.
Thank you.
You got it. Have a good day, and we'll be in touch. And again, Sandy, I'll send you that link.
Okay. Thank
You
you.
got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Kristen. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.